So here now we'll discuss the next method of valuation, that is called as land and building method of valuation. So here already we have discussed one method, rental method of valuation. Now this is applicable only for the buildings which is used or which fetches rent, and where we can obtain the rental charges. Now the next method of valuation is the land and building method of valuation. Now here again there are two methods. The first method is book value method. So in this case, this method is applicable for office purpose, for companies, different offices that work out the valuation of the asset and how much is the depreciation amount which they require for their balance sheet and taxation purpose. So in this case, the book value or the valuation of the property, that is equals to original cost of construction minus depreciation by straight line method for past life and plus original cost of land. So this is simple method where original cost of construction, then depreciation by straight line method is used, and also original cost of land. So this method will give somewhat lower value, but it is useful for office keeping, for office purpose, for taxation purpose of the property, for companies, different offices and all this. This is not very useful for day-to-day sale and purchase activity. Now the other method with just little modification, as the cost of land goes on increasing with time. So here, instead of the original cost of land, present cost of land is being taken into consideration. So here in this case, value of the property, that is equals to original cost of construction minus depreciation by straight line method and plus present cost of land, that is being taken into account. This method also gives somewhat lower value, and that may not give proper value, reasonable value for sale and purchase of the property. Now in this method, the next method is used, that is called as reproduction and replacement value method. So in this method, the present rate of construction for similar type of building is considered. This will give the cost required to reconstruct or replace the building as on today's date. So for same property, how much cost is required for construction, that we work out, and as the building is being constructed in the past, so we work out or deduct depreciation from that, and that gives the value of the property. So here we work out the depreciation of the property for past life. Generally sinking fund method is used, and also we work out the present value, that will be present market rate for the construction. So here in this method, replacement, that means the value required to replace similar type of structure as of today's date, that is the value, or it is also called as replacement and reproduction value. So that is equal to present cost of construction minus depreciation for past life by sinking fund method and plus the present value of land as per the current market rate. So this method will give more realistic value, and it is used for valuation of properties for sale and purchase activity. So here just we have to be careful that we have to inspect the building properly. What is the nature of structure, what is the specifications used, what quality of materials are used, what is the present transaction in that area, and work out the construction cost required for similar type of building. Also go thoroughly inspect the property, work out the present condition and how much will be the expected life, and from that we can work out the value of the property. There are other methods. These are direct comparison methods. So recent transactions happened in the past that we can take into account to work out the value of the property. Then valuation on profit basis. So this is for those buildings where some business is being run, like hotels, cinema theaters, shops, all these things. So here in that case we work out the gross profit available per year from the business that is carried out in the building. Then we deduct all the outgoings, which are the expenses required to run the business. We work out the net profit, that is equals to gross profit minus all outgoings, and net profit here, that is considered similar to the net rent available from the building, and here we work out value of the profit, that is equals to net profit multiplied by years purchase. Then there is one more method. This is applicable only for the vacant land, that is the land is subdivided into number of plots, and how to work out the cost of one plot, and that so that the plots can be sold out in the open market. So here the open land is subdivided into number of plots as per the rules available, town planning rules in that area. Then we deduct the areas which are occupied by road, parks, open spaces as per the rules regulation. Then how many plots are available, that is determined, that number of plots that can be made available considering all open spaces for road, parks, open spaces, etc. Then the workout here, the how much the cost is also determined, that for construction of roads, parks, all these things. Then from that we work out the cost of one plot. Number of plots already determined that can be made available. Then cost of one plot, and then total cost, that will be cost of land, that cost of development like roads, parks, etc., taxes, profit, all these things. Total cost is divided by number of plots that can be made available. We work out the cost of one plot, and then value of the plot, so that the plot can be sold out in open market, that is determined by cost of one plot, that is obtained as above, and multiplied by years purchase. Then there is next topic, that is we can fix the rent that can be applied for the property. Now here let us first consider the existing property. Property is existing, and we have to work out the standard rent that can be applied if we want to use that property for rental basis. That means the property will be given on rental basis to the other persons, and we will be receiving the rent from that property. Now already we have discussed that value of the property on the basis of rent available. We can work out that net rent multiplied by years purchase, so that will give the value of the property. Here years purchase is taken as 1 upon IP plus IC, and here already we have discussed all that part. Now from this value of the property, here net rent from value of the property we can work out. So value of the property divided by years purchase will be gross rent, and then gross rent will be equal to net rent plus all outgoings, and so we can work out standard monthly rent. So here the we will require to work out value by other methods, generally by reproduction and replacement method. So for that property, the present value will be earlier determined. That value will be made equals to net rent multiplied by years purchase, and from this we can find out net rent that is possible, and then we can add all outgoings and work out the standard monthly rent. Then we can, if the property is recently constructed, so we can find out the rent, how much rent that can be charged for that given property. So here determine the net returns from the property, and for that here the net return will be the amount of interest that will be available from the investment made on building and land. So net return that will be considered equals to interest on investment that is done for construction of building, and then interest on investment that is done for the purchase of land. And then we can work out gross return that is equals to net return addition of above, and plus all outgoings including the sinking fund installment. And then we can work out consider the gross return as gross rent available from the property, and then we can work out monthly rent, gross rent divided by 12. So this method will be applicable for newly constructed property. So if we are constructing a property and that is to be given on rental basis, then work out the net return that will be equals to interest on investment, and then interest on investment on the land. So investment on the building, investment on the land, that net interest amount is considered as equals to net return, that we at least that we expect that return shall be available from that, otherwise there is no purpose of doing all this business. And then we can work out gross return, all outgoings, all expenses are added, we get the gross amount, that is gross income, gross rate, and then we can work out standard monthly rate.